of newspaper review from the staple of news and current affairs of OSBC television, Ilé-Àwíyé, Òkè-Ìbàlẹ̀, Òṣogbo, here as we usually bring it to you. Today is not going to be different. If at all, we are having beautiful stories for your enjoyment today. And as we promise you that you are going to continue enjoying OSBC television, because we are going to go from all the four corners of this world, because we are going to talk about all the basics of human endeavor. Talking about politics, we have some stories about it. We have some issues relating to politics that is under under review, and we have some that are just being relieved a bit, and we have some that are still hot. Likewise, we are going to move into economic stories today from different people, and likewise we move to health issues where we are going to have some tips about health. This is very, very important for you to master this particular channel. Likewise, we move on to security. We move on to crimes very related to security. We move to all the parts of human endeavor, even foreign and sports are not left behind today. Just go on to your TV set and enjoy the beautiful stories that we have for you. Let us take it from political angle. Let us look at a few of the papers we have today. We have the Point newspaper. The Nation is also present here. Likewise, the Punch is not absent, and we have the Nigerian Tribune also here. Daily Independent is also present today, as well as Daily Post is also here. Therefore, the Guardian is of what we are going to review. Yes, you are going to your TV sets. We promise you that you are going to find it a fulfilling one. And I have my guest, an activist from Osun State, Nigeria, who has been very active in the activism in the society. That is, when it comes to freedom fighting, he is the one. He is very, very popular in that particular realm, and at the same time, he's a teacher. Yes, a teacher of yes. His comrade Olaitan Asimiyu. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Osun.
Thank you very much. That was the guest. And before we roll it up, before we do the analysis one by one of the papers we have today, let me just take you into the headline contained in few of the paper. Let me just take it from the Point newspaper, where we have Obasa re-elected Lagos Speaker after Miranda's resignation. Then let us look at the rider to that story. We have I didn't arrive at this decision lightly, Miranda said that. Then likewise, we will continue to work together in peace, love, harmony. Obasa pledges. That is the second coming of Obasa. Then equity investors gain 94.61 billion naira as NAGX RC declines by 0.34%. And underneath, we still have Dangote cement report 3.58 billion naira revenue growth in 2024. And on the same paper, we are still operating within the Point newspaper, where we move on to business related event, where we have NNPC reduces petrol pump price to 860 naira per litre amid rising war between marketers, dealers. And from this one, from Edo, we have my removal won't stop me from existing, says Fubara. Then likewise, we get this one, clearly gets live jail term for the filing minor in Ekiti State. Let's look at further story from other people. The Nation, you might not be able to see, but it is what is from the paper. The Nation newspaper having the biggest story, Edo capital of kidnapping, violent crimes. PDP made that comment. Then confrontation breaks out between Fubara lawmakers. And another one from the Nation newspaper, we have Barau lauds Tinubu's commitment to stability, economic integration in West Africa. And from Daily Independent, we have Natasha, why we have not started probing Akpabio. Senate made a statement. Then from Punch newspaper also whipping Lagos issue, saying Lagos Assembly, how Akande-led panel forced Miranda out, reinstated Obasa. From Nigerian Tribune this morning, also whipping Obasa again. Lagos Assembly Speaker crisis, Nigerians await next move as Obasa returns, Miranda resigns. Then on economy, the nation also gives us this. Why control of illegal mining is difficult. Alake, that is minister, said that. Then from political angle, the Punch says Ayedatiwa approves employment of 100 teachers. A very good development. Then from the Punch newspaper again, we have Rivers budget ultimatum. Fubara Assembly set for fresh showdown. Governor allows supporters. Then from business story, Punch says federal government NNPCL work out 7.7 trillion naira fuel subsidy debt payment. And from the same paper, the Punch, we have economy. Nigerian Tribune, that is from Nigerian Tribune now. FEC approves provisional licenses for 11 new private universities. Then from Guardian newspaper, we have this one. Experts seeks Nigeria-US collaboration on steel development. And from Daily Post, we have expect more fuel price drop amid NNPCL Dangote war. Petran Piman to Nigerians say that. Then from Guardian, we have the Guardian say federal government secured 1.09 billion naira insurance for airport assets. Keyamo says that. Then from health-related story, we have the Guardian saying Lassa fever. NCDC reports 9 deaths, 38 confirmed cases in 1 week. Yes, that was a few of what we have for you today. Now let us move into one by one analysis with my comrade, that is Comrade Olaitan Asimiyu. Welcome once again, sir.
Thank you. God bless my dear brother.
Thank you. Let us take it from this paper. The Point says Obasa re-elected Lagos Speaker after Miranda's resignation.
Let me start in by saying this to all politicians who are one way or the other who find themselves in corridor of power, or who are agitating or aspiring to be one. In everything you do in life, you must not lose your base.
Base, okay.
It is a lesson for all elected or appointed officials who are serving Nigerians now. Whenever you lose your base, if anything happened to you at pool where you do things together, once you don't have a base, you lose it out.
That's the root.
What giving the Obasa a fall ahead was he hold the base. And I give it to the Aswaju, I give it to the Nigerian president. He shows the world that truly he understands Lagos politics. So I appreciate internal politics. And I give it to APC as a ruling party in Lagos State. They make sure the crisis, because I was thinking, peradventure, once this Lagos State has an issue, the whole Nigeria has an issue. I must converse you. Once we have a problem in Lagos State, an average of Nigerians have a problem at that moment. So I give it to the party for settle it amicably internally. That is the beauty of internal politics. It is a lesson for other states. But for the statement I made, that every politician, once you have been elected, either you are to representing your constituency at Abuja, House of Rep, or the upper chamber, which is Senate, or House of Assembly at state level, or councillor at local council level, or chairman, or governor, you make sure you don't lose your base. Don't because you are getting there and neglected your grass with the people you use as a tool to get to where you're going, to get to where you are today. Make sure you have the relationship with them.
Even from Nigerian Tribune, we have this one on the same Lagos saga, saying Lagos Assembly Speaker crisis. Nigerians await next move as Obasa returns. Miranda resigns. Next line of action.
Yes, it is good idea. In a Western world, you cannot be in such an office without thoroughly trained. That's the problem we have in our society. And I'm employed every organization. My organization is working towards it, training people towards economy and political system in Nigeria. We are starting sensitizing people. Not because you happen to be an House of Assembly member, you think others cannot do it. Thousands of people within your domain, they can do it, but it's because you are fortunate, or you are an opportunist, or they deem it to push you to representing them. So it is time that we let every individual understand what his power is. The power is not to enrich your pockets, it's to serve. You serve your people, and once you have been doing that, Nigerians are not full. They are ready to even to die because of you. And that is what we witness in Lagos State. I give it to Obasa once more. Obasa old grassroots, old where he comes from. I don't want to mention his constituency. His constituency is one of the key constituencies in Lagos State politics. But he makes sure he does not lose that area. That is what's making. And I appreciate the internal policies are setting. It's very good idea. So I'm expecting the president to come in the Rivers State as well. Aside the judiciary matters, it is time we apply, what am I put it? It is time we apply moral justification analysis. That if I am offending you, I should ask myself, what did I do to my brother? Is it okay? If 2 or 3 people are telling me what you did is not okay, can you take an apology? I was not hesitating of doing that. So by doing such, we will get to where we are going. I think
coming from Edo State capital, yes, we have this one. Confrontation broke out between Fubara lawmakers
in Rivers State. What? That is what we are saying about the Lagos State. I'm expecting those elders. There was a time my organization met this late Eddie Baba Clark. I don't know, is it Eddie Clark or something Clark? May his soul rest in peace. So we sent in a letter. We wrote a letter to him that it's time the man need to rise up, settle the conflict between the leader and the present governor of the state, Fubara, and the former governor Nelson Wike. That you cannot just because the two people fighting and you hold the whole state in your pocket or to the ransom. And the River State up to this moment is where I grew up, is the way I served during my NYC activities. So I served the main town, the state capital of the state. So it is time for leaders, community leaders, religious leaders, the royal fathers to be involved in Nigeria politics. We are not saying you're contributing to it directly, but in a situation where you foresee the conflict, you make sure you come to it without bias mind, without favor or against anyone. In a situation of River State, I blame Fubara for one side. In a situation like that, just something like happens in some states in Nigeria, once you hold a particular House of Assembly, legislatives and executives are more or less working together. But ideally, they are not supposed to be the same page, because legislatures have to be the a dog that are watching the executives when they are executing, implementing the budget and some other activities. So we are not expecting judiciary as well to be the friends. We are not saying they should be an enemy, because there will not be progress as well. But we don't want them to be pari passu or being you get it. One should not be a robber to another person, to another arms. The two arms have to be working parallel, independently. But they have to meet at the equilibrium point where the masses will not benefit the dividend of democracy.
From coming from Daily Independent this morning, we are coming from crisis rooted story. Now tell us why we have not started probing Akpabio. Senate said that.
Well, on the Natasha, the little bit I studied the woman, apology to my opposite gender, it is now every man, I'm saying it on social media now, or here, man, it is now you be careful of opposite gender. You have to be very, very careful. Not only those who are at the top. We need time, it is time. If you are boss in office, if you are a HOD, you are a lecturer, you are a teacher, you need to be very, very careful of that gender. And on the Natasa, on my ground, I don't want to say it here, I'm not appreciating the woman at all. I'm not saying you should not talk, but there should be a procedure, a Miranda operandas of any organization. The issue came up during the changing of the seats and all the rest. But why not tell Nigerians that the Senate President why not telling us that Senate President has been maltreating you, harassing you sexually?
Then
yes, now why not until issue came up that you change your seat, this and there's a procedure. I think there's a bill, or there's a, what's it called, the guide, the principal guide or the Senate. Why not just report to the committee in charge? Are you getting it? So I'm not appreciating that woman, and it is time that Nigerians need to be very, very careful. The way we becomes a lawyer, a judge in social media, it is time we need to be very, very careful. Make sure you study the issue to some certain level before you conclude. Some people have been blaming the Senate President. I'm not supporting him, I'm not against him, but what we are saying is this: don't just conclude, don't just go to social media, derate the image of an individual. It is very wrong. If at all the man harassing the woman sexually, where is the evidence? The woman should have come out.
Claims she has evidence.
Yes, she claimed that she has the evidence. Let her bring out the evidence. But why not before? Why now?
Why not immediately?
I had an interview. I was watching an interview of the Senate President. The first day of the woman at the floor, that she raised her hands, wanted to contribute to the issue of grant, and part of the rules of the house is the first time I cannot talk in the first day. But she was forced to recognizing her because of the opposite gender. And there's a barrister that said something on TVC that said during the during the Yaya Bello era, when the woman was contested for the governorship as a governorship aspirant, so to say. So the woman now said the man now said he's not sure that Senate President harassing her sexually. If yes, she said his man now said he knows Natasha very well, that she cannot keep mute. Okay. But why it is when the issue now came up that you're not telling us he has been doing this, he has been doing that, and I want to caution the one senator representing FCT, Benjamin or Jeremy, I forgot the woman's name, Kinjibe. The woman is convincing. At times we go to right, at times we go to left, telling us that the Senate President has been inviting them to Delta Hotel, to his personal hotel, and this and that, and I will be challenging them. That's an organization, that's a platform that are challenging the woman. So not the text message, so not the emotional text message. Is in every message there will be a content, and by reading that you understand this one is an emotional. You understand?
Okay, because we have more stories. I think that issue is before a panel in the Senate. Now, economy from the nation, we have why control of illegal mining is difficult. I like a media statement. Illegal mining.
What? They are the ones that are making it difficult. Okay. They are the
government.
I'm telling you. We have been saying this. Let us have a data, a biodata of those who are infected on that particular businesses. You are the one giving it to your woman friend, your girlfriend, your uncle, your relative who does not understanding what the mining business is all about. You are the one giving them the license. Are you getting it? We're coming out with proof. Tell us how you have been doing this. You see, at times I cry within myself. That's why the governments are deceiving us. You are the one licensing them. Why not telling us it is difficult to control? You should tell us how many people do you license? How many organizations do you give a license to? How many a day? If peradventure you cannot monitor them, you cannot control them, reform them all. starting afresh. Let there be a principle, a policy to follow. Tell them, if you cannot do this, we cannot give you a license. Revoking them all. By doing that, let us give them the policy, the rules, the regulation, the law that will back in them. This is how you want it to operate. By doing that, the money, when you go to Jesaland, you see there's a crisis over there. In the next couple of years, issue will come off in that particular area. But where is that resources? Where is that money? Where is that where we tap? What are you doing with it? And you are not telling us that it is difficult to monitor, it's difficult to do this and that. But you should remember you are the one licensing it. Tell us where is that resources. Tell us those organizations. It's because they cannot monitor it because they give it to those who don't deserve it. They give it to their girlfriend, to their woman friends, to their uncle and relatives. Give it to those who can handle it, and let that be a backing up rules and regulation.
And Nigerian Tribune is coming from education angle, saying FEC approves provisional licenses for 11 new private universities. Are we not? Don't we have enough?
I must confess to you, I'm mad to that, and I'm not happy. Although Nigerians, we have problem. The issue of the religions, tribe, ethnicity, I've been saying it here. People who are in Southwest will see their son as a president, trying to tell him to do this to this side. Are you understanding it? White, and at the same time, Muslim people will now see him as part of their member, and Christian will now see the first lady as part of their member. They will not be using the opportunity. What it is this at this time, at this crucial time of Nigeria situation, approving licensing of new university, it is useless. The one we have, what is benefit up to this one? What are the benefits? The private, the public, the state, the federal university we have now, what is benefit? They have Nigerians are producing graduates. Universities are producing graduates without a white collar job. Okay. Or we agree. I'm sorry, sir. We agree. Going or attending 4 classroom work in university does not guarantee you of getting white collar job. But for those who are venturing in entrepreneur, they are not exempt because the environment is not supporting it. Because the government's policy is not supporting it. So when establishing more.
From Guardian newspaper, we have this one. ESPA seeks Nigeria-US collaboration on steel development.
Well, we have been collab since all these days. We hope and we pray this present collaboration will bring something meaningful, something significant that will be benefit to masses. That's the main point. Any policy of government that the masses does not benefit it is not avoided.
And from Daily Post, we have this one. Expect more fuel price drop amid NNPC Dangote war. Petran Ipman to Nigerians.
That is what we want to hear. This is area that you need to license more people. This is a perfect economy. And this is what we have been expecting. I've said it here long ago, that if peradventure the government can licensing more people to crude, it is giving us a perfect
like modular refineries.
I'm telling you, even if the government can deem it free, those NNPC, those Nigeria refineries owned by public, give it out or do it in a PPP, do it in a PPP format. Give it out. There will be a proper
on the final note from Guardian newspaper coming from Earth Angle. Lassa fever and the NCDC report 9 deaths, 38 confirmed cases in 1 week.
On the Lassa fever, I just want to talk to masses. Remember, the governments are not your friends. I'm saying it categorically. Government are not your friend. Please be watchful. Be watchful. Remember, there is a traditional method of clean this rat, those rats. Apply it. We call it, apologies to say this, we call it pakpe, tapute. Go and get it just 500, 700 naira. Get it look for where they normally come to your kitchen, your wardrobe and some dress, or you applied all these poisonous stuff. It is time we keep keep our environment safety.
Government is spending billions of naira on
government. That is how they spend it on paper. It is not touching the masses' life.
We receive some material from the government.
The material.
And there are some hospital. There are some materials in the hospital for people.
I'm telling you, the material the masses expecting is better policy that will bring a better food to their table. If there is a better food on their table, the Lassa or lava people that we are talking about, the rat will not get into their houses. It is nature, we know. It is nature. We cannot separate such. It is inseparable with the masses. What's it called? In the environment. But when the masses are having what to eat in their table, they will keep time for themselves. It is time for the government to bring a policy that an individual will have a better food.
I thank you very much. I appreciate you. That was Comrade Olaitan Asimiyu, an activist in Osun State. We appreciate you. On behalf of our director, Motrayo Ayibayo, she said that we should appreciate you. Likewise, your brother, Oluwatoyin Yusuf, your brother said that we should appreciate you for coming to this particular program, Newspaper Review. I'm just David C. Abdel saying bye for now.